Oh man, you know what? There's a huge storm coming,
Hmm.
and it's about to hit almost every state in the United States, man. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw this, but last week in Russia,
Mhm.
Russia got hit with the largest snowfall in its history. Bro, the snow was all the way to the roof. People are jumping off the roof of their building and
Mhm.
sliding down the snow. People are jumping out the second story window
Mhm.
and landing into big banks of snow. They're hitting cars, they're hitting poles. Some people are getting seriously injured. So, this is all going on in Russia. So, I'm going to tell everybody right now, man, when this snowstorm hits,
Mhm.
please do not get on social media jumping off your roof of your house, jumping off the roof of your apartment complex, thinking you're going to jump into a big thing of snow because this is America. And even though we are Americans, we would be the ones to do something like that. We don't want to see people seriously injured. So this is just a public service announcement. Please don't jump out your windows because you think you have, you know, 4 feet of snow and you're not going to hit the concrete and get hurt and get buried by that snow.
Mm.
You know, you're not going to do that, right, Mel?
Well, Americans done some funny things and even funnier than that. Like, I'd rather go for the snow slide than the mud slide. There's actually somewhere, I think it's in PA, there's a big hill where when it rains real bad, they have a festival and they run down this hill sliding to devastation.
You know what? We just might be some dumb people, man. We might be some dumb people out there. You know what? Never mind.
Take the snow.
Do what you
I'll
want.
take the snow. I'll take
Do
the
what you
snow.
want.
I'll take the snow.
Well, then, folks, welcome to PTB. This is your boy, Corey. That's your guy, Mel. We are here, and we're going to talk about some cool stuff in the world of Lego. A lot of things dropped within the last time we did this. Like it
Yes.
seems like things are just dropping every single week. That we got to be busy, man. So that's good, man. That's good for
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump right in, man.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a Lego educational professional, I believe. I have my own business. I use Lego in a way of teaching. And this is what we're going to be talking about right here. The Lego educational sets have just dropped. This is something really, really good in the community.
Mhm.
There's a team of folks, a lot of educators that now work at Lego, help put these sets together. Our
Yes.
friend Boone Langston, his
Yes.
wife is actually on that team, and she was
Yeah.
one of the head writers to make sure these sets come out. So here we are, man. You got the sets. I'm talking about it, but
Yes.
you got the sets. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit more about these sets, man.
Yeah. So they they dropped on my door. I didn't know they were coming. Usually I know when something's coming, but these I didn't know and they dropped. So when I asked questions, they were like, "Yeah, go ahead, do it now."
Okay.
Um, and so it's four sets, look like a four set series, right? But in these sets, right, you build them. They have a few here, like this one here
Yeah.
is the Antarctic Animal Science Kit, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot. It's like four different challenges inside here, right? So
Mhm.
you would build this set. So you build it, everything that comes inside the set. But there's four different challenges in here, which is pretty good, right? Because now here's the thing with this, right? With the educational sets, it for a lack of a better word, it forces you to be interactive with the brick, right?
Right.
We build, me and you, we build, and then we put it on the shelf, and that's it. Like no interaction at all, right? But
Mhm.
these sets force you to play, right? It's always fun to play, right? And so,
Absolutely.
and I say that because it comes with a booklet, and it's a build, solve, invent, right? You build, you solve, and you invent, right? So
Right.
there's a mission in here where you build the tools that you need. They'll give you a problem in the booklet, so you invent something to solve the problem.
Right.
So it forces that interaction. So I think that this is a step forward for
Mhm.
Lego,
Mhm.
especially with the interaction. Now, you say as soon as you slap the word education on it, people like, oh, I just want to play, I
I
want
don't
to
want
have
to play.
fun.
I don't want to
I
learn. I don't want to
don't want
learn.
to learn anything. Like
I don't want to learn.
I'm out, I'm out, right? And I'm gonna tell you, like that's what like a lot of the Lego educational sets in the past was like that, right? Even when you taught like Lego STEM, remember that? Like Lego STEM, and then they had the
Mhm.
educational sets, and it's like, ugh, so
Mhm.
much math. And it was more about the math than the actual play and everything. How I know I used them too with the Boys and Girls Club. I used them, right?
Right.
These, and I could tell you, like, from what I seen, And I'm looking on the back of the box. As you can see, I haven't opened them yet because I'm working on an experiment with some kids. And so, so
Good.
um, I feel like this kind of forces the play without you being forced. You want to solve the problem. You want to dive into these because it's like it's a almost like a puzzle to solve, right? Lack
Right.
of better term.
Okay. All right. So I remember so Lego education is usually in school. So a lot of
Mhm.
schools they do
Yeah.
Lego educations, early robotics, introduction to robotics, and
Right.
you get these big Lego education sets that cost, upwards to $400, $500, which is really
Mhm.
hard for schools to get these type of kits.
Mhm.
These kids, from what I read, they're geared a little bit more towards the homeschool
Mhm.
environment for
Yes.
parents who homeschool their kids. So during
Mhm.
the pandemic, my business kind of blew up when I
Mhm.
transitioned from making these Brego to teaching kids at home. And I had a lot of homeschoolers from all over the world taking my class, and it was
Mhm.
hard for me to teach them something when they didn't have the same pieces I had.
Okay.
So I had to kind of work with what they had, and that made it extremely difficult. Had
Yeah.
I had these sets, I could have said, "Hey, we're going to be working with this kit today, or for the next few weeks, we're working on this kit. We're going to do challenge one, challenge two, challenge
Right.
three, and so on and so forth." This set would have been tremendous in during the pandemic when a lot of kids were homeschooling. Now the homeschooling, people are still homeschooling, but there's a lot more kids in school. So I
Yeah.
think that this has a great benefit, like you said, for the schools because I don't think it's going to be $400, $500 to get these
Yeah.
sets. I think they're going to be the regular price sets. Now, here's my only uh, drawback, and this is no shade to the land.
Mhm.
Um, Now, you said you're going to use these sets at your Boys and Girls Club. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be working with kids with these sets.
Yes.
So when it comes to the influencers who are going to be reviewing these sets,
Yeah.
I would hope that they have some sort of education background
Mhm.
or they teach classes of some sort
Yeah.
because they're gonna be talking about this set as if it's a regular set.
Right.
Is Lego education is not supposed to be a regular set. It's supposed to be an educational tool. So
Yes.
I hope that whoever Lego is sending these sets out to review, are people
Mhm.
who can actually give it to the students to review and not
Right.
just looking at it based on, oh, I'm an influencer, so I'm going to just go about this set as a regular influencer. I think it's going to lose the entire purpose of the set. And that
Yeah.
that stuff kind of bothers me when I see stuff like that because
It's
there's
it's
educators out there who
uh-huh.
do Lego education who would love these sets and they can actually speak a little bit more to the set because they work directly with the students. So I hope
Yeah.
that's the case.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point. But the thing is, I think they use the social media part of land as a tool to get the word out, not so much necessarily to, hey, look, show us how this would work with kids because they already tested these sets with
Okay.
like in the classroom. They already tested these sets with kids.
Okay.
So I think the testing
That's fair.
stage is over, but it would be good. I think you could probably see some of that on Lego.com website, like where they actually take these sets and they go into the classrooms with the kids and some of that stuff like that.
Okay.
But I am going to take it a little step forward. And I asked permission. I said, hey, look, is it all right if I have kids in my videos and solving the problems with me? Because
Mm,
it's easy, like you said, it's easy for me to review the set, put it all together, go through the booklet and do everything, but it's me, you know, but the thing is that this is supposed to be geared to the classroom and the education, right? And Corey, you do corporate sponsorships and stuff like you do corporate like work corporate classes and stuff like that with different corporates and companies and stuff like that. This would be great for that because this teaches
absolutely.
problem solving, and in the corporate world you're kind of faced with problems and stuff like that, and you're
Mm,
inventing solutions, right? And so
right.
these sets help you invent solution to the problem. So I
Yeah.
think that as it's geared toward kids, I think it's like everyday life problems. So doesn't matter how the age is. I think it'll still serve its purpose.
Okay. Hey, Lego. I'm located in New Jersey, and I have several classes that I teach, Lego STEM classes with kids.
Uh-huh.
You can send me a few of those sets. I can work with those kids, and I can let you know what's up. Okay, I can let you know.
We'll
So
get you some sets, Corey. We'll get you some
give me,
sets. We'll get
give
you
me
some.
some sets. Give me some pieces.
We'll get you, we'll get you some for the kids. All right. 5, 4, 3, Bricklink, and it's gone. Series 3 and 4 gone in 8 minutes. It went up and it went out. What do you know about it?
These scalpers, man, they strike again. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because I don't know if that's the case. Um, it goes back to what we said when the series first when we first talked about the series.
Yeah,
It goes back to what we said.
yeah,
Diversify your series, have different types of sets, have different unique sets. Boom.
yeah.
What do you get? You're gonna get people that's gonna want it. And people who live on Bricklink, they're refreshing that screen several times. And they don't have a lot of sets that they come out with. It's not like Lego
Right.
where they have mass production. They have a certain finite amount of sets. And it's like boom. So I knew I wasn't gonna get in. That's why I didn't even go on the site. I didn't even go on the site, man. You know, I'm sure one day I'll come across one of the sets that I want and I'll be able to get it, but it ain't gonna be today. So I didn't even
Yeah.
try. But
Yeah.
man, what you think of that, man? Is the popularity of these sets becoming is it a growing fad where Lego's gonna have to step in and say, hey, there's a big market for this. We're gonna have to give you some more manpower so you can crank out more sets. What do you think?
Yeah. I think this is a big hit. I think it is like and I'll run it down. Series 3 is the Harbor Master Office, the
Mhm.
Art of Chocolate Factory, right? Forest Stronghold, which is a castle one, Camping Adventure, Lost City. Series 4 is the Merchant Boat, the Wild West Train, the Medieval Side Market, the Siege Encampment, the Riverside Scholars, right? Um, I think that I guess I'm thinking that the Bricklink series is high in demand because the rarity of it, it's limited, right? It has a number on it, right? And I think that's what it is. If you just say like Shelby was great, right? Shelby, if I'm talking cars here, but Shelby was great because what they do with Shelby is they put a serial number on it. Shelby's only making 100 of these. And if you get one, you're a lucky person because eventually, once the last one's made, it already is worth more than the price that it rolled out on. And so
Mhm.
I think that with these, they even sell better on the back end because you'll go to your bricks and minifig store and see these price just a little bit more than doubled.
Got to be quick on the draw, man. You know,
Yeah.
when they used to do I don't know, 22 Saloon, whatever it was, when they say, yo, I challenge you to a duel,
Hmm.
you got your back towards the guy, you walking around, and you turn around and you boom. You can't be thinking, you know what, man, ain't nobody ain't gonna get this set. I'm sure I could get this set. No. People are ready to boom, they're ready to go.
Yeah. I'm ready to
So
go, man.
so, hey, man, shout out to everybody who's going to be getting these sets. I would love to see some reviews from these sets as they come out. Let me ask you a little curveball question within
Yeah.
this. So, you're in the land. Do you
Hmm.
ever think that Bricklink, the Bricklink sets, will be part of the land in
They
as
are.
it relates to reviews? Okay,
They are.
so
They
they
are.
so
They give them to they give them to you're good, Corey. You're very good. They give them to the bigger channels. They give them to the bigger channels. So they do give them to the land social media members, right?
okay,
They do. Fan
okay,
media, Lego fan media, right?
all right.
They give them, so they get them, and it's a part of that. But what I would like to see, what I would like to see is that some of these Bricklink series, like boxes, make their way into an actual Lego store, like, and you can go to the Lego store to buy them. If you're part of Lego, be part of Lego all the way. They shouldn't be sold separately.
Yeah.
Let me go to the store on a day one and
Hmm.
buy these, right? Even if it's a few amount, like maybe you only give a store 100 boxes or so or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
But let me go to the store and actually make the physical purchase versus this virtual stuff because you're gonna lose every time. And that's how I feel. If you
Every time.
people let me see, and we're gonna show a clip of somebody that they were in the queue and they had it in their cart and they go hit, cash it out. And the next thing you know, it's like, sorry, we're out of this right ever because they took it right out the cart because you were slow with it. So you in there punching your credit card number, and by the time you hit that little blue button, hit go, it's gone.
We live in an age where
know?
that stuff's supposed to just populate. As soon as you push the first number, boop, your joint should populate and be ready to go, man. Y'all a bunch of rookies, man. Y'all a bunch of rookies. I'm sorry. Y'all a bunch of rookies. It's 2026. Come on. Oh man. So this is a good 5 minutes. So in a good 5 minutes, we tend to talk to Lego Master, AFOs, and fans of Lego in the community for a good 5 minutes. We got a couple questions, and we just like to hear from the perspective of our guests. So today's guest is my man, Randall from season 2 and from the Bricktacular Holiday Special from Lego Masters. What's good, my dude?
Thank you. What's up, y'all? Corey, you bringing up the rear, but all of us, I would say, 2-time Lego Master contestants on Lego Masters USA. Gang, gang.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Recognize, man. Real recognize real. Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to, third time's a charm, I guess. Third time's a charm.
There you go.
There you go. Look at it. Oh,
hey, third time's a charm, man. Like y'all had to kick the door. Y'all had to kick the door. I had to just run through it. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, man. So basically, we're just gonna ask you a few questions. Keep it real with the folks. Let people know what's going on in your life. You're living a very exciting life, a very exciting transition of life. You're traveling all over the place. So we'll get into all of that. All right. So we're gonna dive right into the first question. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. All right. So you made the transition from corporate America into the entrepreneurship of Lego building, which is not an easy transition to do it. There have been a few people who have done it successfully. Nathan Swaya is one name that comes to mind who has made that flip to being in a corporate setting to now just building Lego professionally. You made that jump as well, as taking you all over the world. About a year or two under your belt. How does it feel, man?
It is rewarding in a way that I cannot explain. I cannot say that at the beginning of my Lego journey decades ago that, I would be doing this at this age, but here we are. I can say I prepared ahead of time before I left my job. So about 12, 18 months before I left, I talked to people that have already been doing it, like you and Tyler and a couple other people to get a sense of, and Adam too, Adam Ward, shout out to Adam. Just to get a sense of what it's like, what y'all wish y'all knew and all that type of stuff, along with the business side of it too, because as much creativity and fun that is present, you still got to take care of the admin stuff, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. So it's been good, leveraging my network as it currently, as it existed then, and then just, putting the stuff out in the world and people seeing what's possible with it, working with corporate clients and them saying, I want a piece of that too. So kind of building the plane while I'm flying it, but so far so good.
Good deal, man. Well said.
Yeah,
all right, Randall, tell us, what was your first introduction to Lego, and what was your first introduction to Lego, the professional experience? There's a difference, so enlighten us.
So I can show you better than I can tell you. On both accounts, I probably can say. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So this is the first set that I ever remember having.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So the first memory of my life is waking up in my parents' room and going into the dining room. And apparently I was building this the night before. Mm-hmm. So I went and found this again at BrickCon in Seattle in 2022. So shout out to y'all. Yeah. So I was 4 years old, and this has 7 through 14 on it. So, overachiever from the start.
Here you go. Prodigy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's big time. Yeah.
And another one, as far as the second question, like what was my introduction to doing it professionally? This is this is a representation of a gig that I had with Lego and Jack Morton back at ComplexCon 2021, where Lego had their first presence at ComplexCon with their Adidas collaboration. And so myself and Sarita, they asked us to come and decorate like 2 large scale shoes that were like 10 feet long by 4 feet tall, like really big joints. And so they also asked us to make a little one too. And so this is that. So once I did that, I was like, oh, you know, you can get paid to stack bricks. Who knew? And so here we are.
That's cool. Yeah, man, that was like a heck of a piece of art, man. I remember when they revealed it, and I saw to see you and Sarita on there on front stage, and that creation, man. Y'all kept that under wraps, and that was a pretty big wrap to keep.
It was
under.
fun, and shout out to Adam too. And Adam will help.
Adam, forgot about Adam, man. Adam is full steam ahead. See, we mentioned some of these greats that are professionals, but I think Adam gets overlooked a lot.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, man, that was huge. I remember we were talking about it on one of our PTBs. That was big, man. You know, being able to kind of cross into that world, the world that we know so well, and to bring the Lego with it, and for Lego to reach out to y'all. I mean, it's full circle, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, man. Speaking of footwear, we're gonna get right into it, man. Now, yesterday. I mean, you know, let me not say yesterday. This is filmed in January. All right, so Crocs. All right, let me paint the picture. I saw this clip of some dude. I don't even know who he is, but he's a fashion model. He's a fashion designer. He's rocking these Lego Crocs. At first, I thought it was AI. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on blast. And then I come to realize that I started seeing like a lot of people's pages like, yo, Crocs is making these $150 Crocs in the form of Lego 2x2 bricks. And I don't want to share my opinion, but that's why I have you here. This is the main reason why you reached out to me. You was like, yo, or talk about this. So here you are, man. So enlighten us, man. What you think about these Crocs, bro?
You know what? Let me do you one better. I'm actually going to share the views and opinions of one Corey Samuels about this that he cannot avoid. Yes, this man despises the very concept of the Croc and the Lego collab. Like, cannot stand it. It's very doing a very bad job at hiding his frustration. You see, he couldn't even get the intro out of his mouth because he just don't like it that much. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
Strap it to your foot.
Okay, all right.
You need to put some lotion on them things.
So that's first. Corey don't want you to know he's not a fan. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I go, like, I enjoy them. Like, I think it's funny, first of all, that's even a thing, that they would think, oh, people want to wear bricks on their feet. But you know what? Like, if you ask me, this is a conditional. If you ask me, would I buy those Crocs? Yes. Now, here's the condition. If they were not $150, that's number one. And then number two, if I wasn't planning on buying some Jordans 2 days prior, then I would get the Crocs. But you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I got these two things and it's holding me back. So, you know, I think it's fun. Like, yes, you might not wear it out and about as you in Whole Foods or you know, getting gas or whatever, but you might wear it at a Lego convention. You might wear it as very expensive house shoes. You might wear it, you know, at somebody else's house at a house party just for kicks, you know. But for that, I think they have a purpose. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So, so for those, since we put it all out here, so me and Randall, we have like a frenemies type of relationship when it comes to footwear. So there's been times he's seen what I'm wearing on my feet. He's like, "Oh, that's it. that's the best you got." And then he'll come out. He'll break out something that I gotta up the ante, and you know. So it's fun. You know, it's fun. So when I saw these, I was like, "Ew." I don't like Crocs to begin with. So that's a little bit of, you know, if I don't like Crocs, I wouldn't buy Crocs, you know, for myself. I know they're very comfortable. I know a lot of people who love Crocs, but I don't like Crocs. So you put Lego bricks on Crocs. That's like, yo, you stepping into what I love, and you try to make it with something I hate. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I reject it on principle.
Or are they stepping onto what you love?
That's even worse. That's even worse. How dare you step on what I love, Crocs? Stay over there. And then making it 150. But we can't get no Air Force Ones, no Lego theme Air Force Ones, no Lego theme Dunks. I gotta go and get it custom made and spend $500, $600 just for that. When we literally have the collab, we have the licensing with Nike. Why couldn't we get this? But they gave it to the kids. They gave them Dunks. They gave them Air Forces. I can't wear kids' kicks, man.
So far, they did say it's a multi-year partnership in both accounts. You know what I mean?
True. That's
so
true.
I'm with you when it comes to the Nike collab. Like, you know, it's supposed to be here by now. We supposed to where mine at, where I want the Air Max points, but you know, patience, young Padawan. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If we do not get the shoe, the Nike, we're not talking about Crocs anymore. If we don't get the Lego and Nike adult joints this year, it's going to be a problem.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you.
Yes. Yes. And for all y'all that's not sneakerheads in Lego community, do not keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Do not come in here biting our style. Me, Corey, Mel, everybody else that's a sneakerhead. This is our domain. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
take a
Randall,
back seat.
I bet you $100 that we'll see Corey at a convention with some Lego Crocs. Give it a while. He'll be there.
You know what? I'm with you on that. He talking this talk right now. But if I see a red rectangle on your foot, bro,
he gonna be walking fast.
Yeah. If you ever see me lose my mind like that, you can roast me. You can roast me. Roast me, live stream it, all of that. If I ever lost my mind, then I'm doing that. You ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that.
Man, to each his own. I think Crocs, the Lego Crocs collab got a place in the community somewhere. I might get the pair if I don't get these J's. We gonna see.
We'll see. Okay. Randall, being the fashion connoisseur that you are, what is the best Lego clothing line collab?
I mean, you see me rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Like this, for those that do not know, this is in the before times. Lego and Target had a collab. Yeah. And so they had a whole line of stuff. They had the puffers, you know, for the New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying? They got the puffer joints, right? Yeah. Right, with the color blocking. They got this. They got look. You see what Corey got? Look.
Trying to give it time. Give it time. It'll happen.
I got a sweater in the closet right now, you know, that's larger than what I would have got, but it actually looks nice, oversized. They got other stuff. Like I still got some collabs in my studio over here. That was the best one. I can't think of any other one. I would say number 2 spot. I don't know if y'all saw the Herschel collab.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey coming out with the Vanna White. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. You know what time it is.
You're gonna throw that box away.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely Target number 1 and then Herschel, shout out, because I wish I got one of those. Maybe I need to get on y'all level so I can get that early invite. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, somebody told me just ask a question. I asked a question. They sent me a box. I don't even know after that.
Okay. I got words for you after the stream. All right.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like, Lego has done a lot of cool fashion collabs in the past. They did Levi's. They did a Levi collab. They did Adidas. They came out with the first kicks. You know, and there's other collabs. It seems there's gonna be more collabs down the road. So I think this is a great move for Lego to kind of transition out of it being a kid's toy to now being part of the fashion world. So I think that's a great move. I'm looking forward to more collabs. I would hope that some of the collabs will be adult friendly. As much as, you know, it's geared towards kids, you know, we the adults, we buying it for the kids. At least let us have something that we can buy too. So, but yeah. I agree with you 100% though. Target for the win.
And if I may, I have to say, I think this is a good circle back from them because, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, they, you know, Lego was coming out with almost everything. And as we know, it's public knowledge, you know, they had to kind of break it all the way down and then build right back up. And so learning those lessons and then licensing the brand to these other collaborations and then getting it out that way. I see the lesson learned and then applying it and stuff like this. So shout out to, you know, the big red brick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, man. And just to finish off this a good 5 minutes, and again, we appreciate you giving us your time, your energy. So you started a new IG page, Rocks Mocks, where you're showcasing all of the cool stuff, all the cool collabs that you're doing, all the cool commissions that you get a chance to do. It's taking you across the world to different places. I've seen a lot of your builds and a lot of the expos that you have your builds located in, and people loving it, man. So you're making a name for yourself. So the question is, 2026, we're in the new year. What's next for Rocks Mocks?
More of the same. Doing more corporate client work, starting to get into corporate workshops. I got one coming up sometime soon. So expanding my offerings. Still trying to get my mock game off. You know, like we said, we filming at this point in time in the year, but sneak preview of what this might be. You know, you gotta follow Rocks Mocks to see what it's gonna turn into. So I'll be trying to be more balanced. You know, I kind of burnt out last year doing so much, and so learning that lesson. And so I'm gonna try to post more, try to do all the aforementioned stuff, but also rest. And I might be, you know, doing my own opinionated posts about stuff in the Lego community too. You know, I have a name for it. I can't share it because it's a really good one. Somebody's gonna steal it. So
yeah, they do that. They do that in this game.
Yeah. 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 So looking forward to being more active on the Rocks Mocks IG.
Okay. We'll get you out of here on this. Where can we find you, man? Give us all your socials, man. Where can the folks find you?
Yeah, you can find me on IG at Rocks Mocks, ROCSMOCS. You can find my personal IG, The Rock Files. And then you can find me on my website where I have all of my work posted of my portfolio of clients in which I'm adding to daily. It's randall-wilson.com. So come holler at me and looking forward to seeing y'all.
Amazing. Like we've talked in the past, man, you know, I'm incredibly proud of you, man. To make the transition is not easy, but then to hit the ground running like you did, like I'm seeing there was a few gigs that came my way and it went to you. And when I saw what you built, I was like, yeah, that was the right guy for the job, because I wasn't going to be able to do that, man. So it's been a joy to see you thrive and to see you kind of put your stamp on the world, and for you to be a Black man and doing it, because the field is so small and there's not a lot. So the fact that you're making these strides, dude, just keep it going, man. We loving it, man, for real.
I gotta say too, you know, I couldn't do this without y'all existing. So for me to see y'all and see other Black folks doing their thing on TV, so this is just a reflection of y'all's effort and y'all's love for the brick reflected in me. So thank y'all for existing and seeing myself in you.
Absolutely. Wow, appreciate that, man. All right, man. Well, it's me, No, Mario is one of my favorite characters, right? Mario Kart is one of my favorite games. So Lego just dropped this a couple days ago, where we have a new challenger. A new challenger's on the track. If Mario's sitting there, he ready to go. He look over and he sees a green shoulder. You know who that is? Your boy Luigi is coming to the track.
Yes,
I'm excited. Luigi, like me and my brother. So this is a little fun fact. Lego Masters, when me and my brother had to do the Zoom call, we built Lego Mario hats. So I was Mario, he was Luigi.
Okay.
I still have remnants of that hat somewhere in this room. But that was gonna be our code name, Smash Brothers. That was gonna be our code name. I was gonna be more like the Mario. Yeah. As soon as we got on set, they were like, "Yeah, we can't. We gonna call you Brothers Who Brick." Like, what's wrong with Smash? But nah, we ain't trying to get
too much heat with that name. Too much heat.
Yeah, too much heat. We already got beef with Lego. I was like, all right, say no more. But yeah, but Luigi's coming on the track. I know that this Mario set was a huge hit. I got mine. I was able to get mine. It took me a while, but I got mine. Yes. And now we got Luigi coming on the track. I think it's a win-win. What do you think?
Man, you know what? You taught me a lesson. I flaked on the Mario Kart. I did. I flaked. I will go pick it up. I'm gonna go pick it up and go buy it. I'm gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna wait for the Luigi and try to get the Luigi on day one. Okay? But when I love the way they tease it, but they don't show you the image. They tease it. We already know what the game is, and especially with that Luigi side eye to hit you with that death stare, like my man with the death stare, you know. So when you know Mario, you in trouble, man. You in trouble, man. You in trouble, man. But this time, I love the fact that Lego has us talking about the brother. We always talk about Mario, but you never talk about Luigi. And so Lego has done what Nintendo could not have done, because the big prize for Nintendo was Mario. Yeah, it's Mario Bros. And you have both of them, but Mario was always the shining star. Mario had this moment. Now you have the whole world talking about Lego Luigi.
Yep. That's it.
That's that without tripping up. See what I'm saying? Yeah, so
it's smart, man.
So Lego, big kudos to Lego, you know. And yeah, I'm a fan, but big kudos to Lego for having the whole world talking about Luigi. You got us talking about Luigi, and we can't wait to get him. Right? How'd you do that? And they haven't even showed us the whole entire set, just a little smidgen of them.
Just a smidgen. We don't want to see the face. And that's what we want. Because we rarely get Luigi in any of the sets. We'll get him here and there, but to get a big version of him, that's what we want, man. I have a thing though. So when Mario came out, the shell was the gift for purchase, right?
Okay.
So if they do Luigi, they're gonna have to do that banana. They're gonna have to do the banana.
Okay.
They're gonna do the banana. I want that banana. I want a giant bananas peel. They need to have that, because that is the key right there, man.
So, but wouldn't the pill be with Donkey Kong in the cart, right? Donkey Kong.
Listen, man, a brother could dream, man. A brother could dream.
I mean, it was for everybody. Those things were for everybody because you were shooting them off.
It was Donkey Kong, but a brother could dream.
My question for you is, who's third up? They give us Luigi. Who's the next one that they make, or who's the next one you want to see them make?
They got to make Peach.
Yeah,
you need to get the girls in. I know the girls are probably saying, "Yo, where Peach at?" Yeah. That's what they're gonna be saying. We already got Bowser. We got a big Bowser joint. We don't need to see Bowser behind the wheel of a car. I always thought that was absurd, because he's a dinosaur. He can't drive. You got Mario and Luigi. We got
it's the magic. What's the matter with you? Are you growing up?
He's just too big, man. He was just too big, man. Yo, what do you drive for, man? Get on the track and just blow stuff up. You know what to do. But we need to see Peach. We need to see Princess Peach, man. That's gonna be the hook, because you want girls to be, you know, into the sets. You don't want them to stay in Friends and other, like, you know, pretty looking sets. You want to show them, you know, girls can drive too. So I think next year we're definitely going to get Peach. That's going to be a major thing
next year. Peach next. It's going to be a Peachy next year. Yep.
Going to look peachy next year.
All right, we are coming up on an anniversary. Now, we skipped it last year. I don't think we were thinking about it too much last year. And you had kind of said a little something about Lego Masters, you and your brother. And I do remember that. And, you know, with the anniversary of the first season, it's been 6 years. The first episode of season 1 aired February 5th, 2020. So we're not quite there yet, but just with days to go. So I remember you just said that they had to change your name, right? But me and Jermaine's name at first was the Brick Bros. We get on set, that's not our name anymore, because they got the Brothers Who Brick, right? So now our names are the East Coast Bricksters. It sounds like a bowling team to me, you know. And I'm sitting there looking at him, and he looking at me. What is a brickster? Like, oh no! Like, what in the world just happened? We were the brick bros, and that's how they
Gangsta,
was telling us.
brickster. I don't know.
Yeah. They threw us out. So,
My bad.
but
My bad.
6 years of the making, right? And I
Yeah.
bring this up because like we are still average Joes, but in that moment we were superstars, right? And in that
Mhm.
moment, we from beginning to end, we wrapped it up, and we go to our first convention before they closed the world, which was uh Portland. We were in Portland, Bricks Cascade,
Bricks
and
cascade.
which was in March, right? We was in March, and we get out there, and it's the first public day, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm inside. We butterflies. We doing what we doing, converse and stuff. Bob Day comes over to me. He say, "Mel, you want to see something?" Yeah. What you got? I'm thinking he's gonna show me some Lego stuff or something. So we go to walk outside. He open the door. We go to walk outside in the lobby, and the building is circular. Like it's a big, like thinking you go into like a football, basketball arena. It's a big
Mhm.
circular. So we step out there, and it's a line wrapped all the way around this circular lobby, just all the way around, all the way for all the way around the building. And
Yep.
I'm like, yo, like what? He said, it's amazing, isn't it? And I was, and people were just looking, staring. I'm like, who y'all here to see? You. Like, what?
Man, oh man. So fun fact with that, because I came out for that weekend. When I was on the flight going, and I'm standing in line, in TSA, and this little
Mhm.
girl is just staring at me. Like she's just looking at me staring. And I'm looking around like, who's this little girl looking at? She's looking at me staring. I don't see her parents. I'm like, all right, Corey, stay still, because I don't want no problems, you know?
Right.
And she walks up to me and she says, "Are you Corey from Lego Masters?" I was like, "I am." Mother came over. "Oh my gosh, we literally just saw your episode. We cried like babies. You and your brother got eliminated." I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you. I'm heading to a convention right now in Portland." They're like,
Yeah.
can we get a picture?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Took a picture. So it's like my first real exposure to like a celebrity type of vibe.
Right.
Get to Portland, and the same thing. We walking into the lobby. I forget who I was walking in with, but we looking, and I'm like, "Yo, is it always this jam packed?" And they're like, "Nope, it is never this big. It's never this packed. These people are all here to see you guys." And I
Right.
hear the fans like, "Oh, there goes Corey. There goes Corey." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" It was pandemonium.
Right.
We sat there, and it was just a wave. It was a wave. People walk around, look at the little stuff, but they got in line. People were in line for hours
Yeah.
within the
Like it
hall
was a 3 hour
just to
wait.
see us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
It was a 3 hour
yes.
wait. Yeah.
And some folks they let it get to their head. They coming in late. They coming in.
I'm glad it's you to tell the story and not me. Like,
I'm not gonna mention no names. I ain't gonna mention no names. But some people was getting a little bit too. They got a little bit too happy, to say, "Oh, I'm here, I'm here," thinking that they, whatever. But
yeah.
it was our first, and I think it was our first and last experience as season one, because
Yeah.
we had such big plans. We were going to be
Yeah.
at Chicago together. We was
Yeah.
talking about collabs, bringing some stuff together, building
Yeah.
stuff. So it was like our first introduction to the
Mhm.
world outside
Yeah.
of our television introduction, and then literally
The whole
the
world
the
shut down.
order. Yeah, it was literally that Tuesday. I remember it
Yep.
vividly. It
The
was
whole
that
world shut right
Tuesday.
down.
All my classes were canceled. Stay at home orders. All flights are canceled. Nobody's
Yeah.
flying anywhere. Nobody's going
Anywhere.
anywhere. And that
Yeah.
was it. We were
Yeah.
locked down. We were locked down.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an anniversary, yes, because people were stuck at home. So a lot of people watched our show, and we had some of the highest ratings in
Yeah.
Lego Master history. Our series in our history, our season was the ones who set the bar and set the tone. And
Mhm.
we heard from Randall, that we were some of the inspirations, because people saw us and they said, all right, well, I could do this. If these guys could do it, I could definitely get into this. And you know, it was you know, Portland was a great experience. I came back. I think I came back about 2 more times to Bricks Cascade.
Yeah.
I love the environment. I love the whole feeling, but there's nothing that's ever going to match that moment where we realized that we were the stars of the convention.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great, man.
Man, like I remember standing in there and like I don't know, started at like 10 o'clock. You look up, it's 1 o'clock. We hadn't had a lunch break yet, and the line is still like people still waiting. So then they tied off so they could give us a lunch break. They had security, like people. They had security walk us from the platform to the backstage room to the back room over there because people were pulling and pushing. Right, we get our lunch break and we're on our way back. And this woman who's standing in line, she's probably like somewhere midway, and we're trying to cut through to get back. And she sees me. She says, "Oh my God, it's him. I'm a faint." I said, "Lady, don't. I'm a sign whatever you want me to sign. I take when you get up here, I take your picture, everything. Don't fall out in here because I can't save you. Don't do that. Like you get two stomps in a breath. That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else.
I got you. I got these hoagie. I got this hoagie right here. Like
right. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. It like you said it was pandemonium, but you had the whole entire cast that was there. And that felt great because it was like, man, you know, you inherited like a family, like you bonded into this family thing, right? And that felt great, and it felt great to make a person's day, like, you know, the smiles on the face and everything. And it's funny that you mentioned that because even at the first year we're in line, and I'm with my good friend Paul from Charm City Bricks, and I'm in line at the Lego store, and I get a tap on my shoulder, hey. And you get the picture that you took over in Portland.
Yeah. Crazy.
You remember this? Yeah, I remember. Like I remember that. And that you know, and another person come up, hey, can my son take a picture with you? And people were trying to figure it out. And it's 6 years, Corey, and I'm thinking that this stuff would stop. And people, they're good people out there, and we thank you. Like, you know, like it. I might have made us, you know, made your son or made you smile, you know, by meeting me and taking your picture, but you made me smile by remembering.
Yeah, so. And that's a heavy thing, man. Because you know, when you're part of a series like this, your face is important for that year, and then it goes away. You know, other series comes out, other fresh faces, but the fact that season 1 was different because of its conditions of COVID and people being home, and of course, it was something new that no one has ever seen in the Lego community in the US. So we're always going to have that solidified spot as the first to do it. So I'm just happy. I'm happy that we made the cut, man, because they could have been like, yeah, we already got these brothers over here. We don't need these brothers, or vice versa. We both got on.
Right.
Me and my bro, you and Jermaine, we both got on.
Yeah.
So that was a major moment, man. And
major.
Portland really solidified it when I saw the pandemonium, man. It was it was a great time, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You know, it's that time. We're all done. You know, we have to prepare for the storm. You know, people are gonna be jumping off roofs and jumping out of windows, jumping into banks of snow. I got a lot of building to do. I got some Lego stuff. I got a lot of snacks. I went to the store a couple of days ago. I filled up with some snacks. My kid gonna have a whole bunch of sugar, whole bunch of snacks. I'm gonna have my snack, you know, and I'm gonna get some work done. You know, that's what it's all about, man. But at the end of the day, man, you know, we're the first to do it, and we're happy to be the first. We're not going to be the last, but always remember, you never forget your first.
That's true. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of snow. I'm not looking for, and I'm from Jersey, but I live in Maryland. I'm thinking like the snow and the cold will stop. No, we get the same amount in the same area. I got my Lego.
I got my shovel downstairs, man. I already know what I got to do.
I got my Lego, so I got Lego sets to build. So I'm gonna hurry up and shovel out so Lego can send me some more Lego. So you know, the deliveries continue, right?
That's all you need, man. That's all you need.
I got videos to make, man. I got to pay the piper, baby.
Got to pay the piper. Speaking of which, I got to feed the beast. I gotta feed the beast. Good night, America.
Good night, America. You're number one in my book.
Number one, season one, number one.
Happy anniversary.